These are the top 5 mistakes that new home buyers make. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike the Credit Guy, the biggest. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time we drop new content, you're gonna hear about it first. We talk about everything credit here. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, that little like button. That way this video goes out to way more people, okay? In case you didn't know, I am the owner and founder of Limitless Culture. We created the most advanced DIY program in the industry. At $55.99 a month, our system will create custom Metro 2 attack letters, attacking any negative items on your credit reports and all your personal information that's not accurate. Imagine that. Our system will create your letters, email them to you, you print them, you mail them out, certified mail, and you're done. It's just that simple. You don't have to join any Facebook groups, you know, those archaic things. You don't have to read any modules. You don't have to do any master courses. We cut all that nonsense out. Our system will create those custom letters, email them to you, you print them, you mail them out, certified mail, and you're done. Link is always going to be in the description for our DIY program, the most advanced in the industry. Oh man, I have been waiting to talk about this subject. There's a lot of things that people just don't understand about purchasing a home, okay? So these are my top 5 mistakes that new home buyers make. Or maybe if you're gonna go buy a second home and you've already been through your first, you wanna make sure you don't do these things, okay? I'm going to create a series about being a home buyer. It's all gonna start here on the 5 biggest mistakes that you can make when you're going to purchase a home, okay? So lock it in, tune in. It's gonna get really good because right now is hands down the worst time in American history to even think about purchasing a home. All right, so coming in hot at number 5, okay? This is the biggest mistake that people make. They go start looking at houses before they have been pre-approved, okay? Pre-approval is very important. Why are you gonna go waste a realtor's time to go look at homes that you don't even know if you're approved for? Now, you probably went online, you looked at a little calculator and it said, hey, you know, this is how much of a home you can qualify for. You put in how much you make per year. No, you need to go through the full pre-approval process. If you're really serious about this, this is the first step when you're going to try to purchase a home, because this is going to tell you how much of a home you can actually truly afford. You may be looking at these ballerific houses and then you're wasting that realtor's time not knowing you can't really afford that house. So you need to know what you truly can afford, and doing and starting the pre-approval process early is very important. Getting pre-approved is super important because if you don't get pre-approved, you're gonna be out there looking at these beautiful big houses, not realizing that you can't afford it. Then you're gonna get super disappointed. You're gonna ruin the whole buying process for yourself. So go ahead and get pre-approved first. And another very, very big takeaway from this is if you get into a bidding war for a home that you just absolutely fall in love with, the seller's not going to take you serious if they find out through your realtor that you're not even pre-approved. Okay, they're going to take you much more serious if you're pre-approved and you're ready to roll. This is the house that you want. Let's take their bid really serious, as opposed to someone who has no pre-approval. Listen, this is a really, really big important one for everyone to understand. When you're going to go into the buying process, this is number 2, okay? Making the biggest mistake of all, number 2, looking at only one mortgage rate, okay? When you're in the home buying process, you can have your credit run as many times as you want in the first 30 days, okay? And it only counts as one hard inquiry. Now, you're gonna see a bunch of hard inquiries on your credit report, but it's only going to affect your credit score one time within 31 days while you're in the home buying process. Okay, so don't get stuck and locked in with one specific lender. If you just don't feel comfortable, you don't like anything about it, you don't like the pricing, okay? You don't like the price structure of everything and how it's structured. You don't like your interest rate, which right now it's the worst time in American history, okay, for interest rates. But if that interest rate isn't in line with what you're looking for, then go find another mortgage lender somewhere else. Go try another bank, another lender. Shop around in those first 30 days. Never take the first mortgage rate that you're thrown at. Getting multiple mortgage rate quotes is super important because you are about to make a lifetime commitment to a 15 or 30 year loan. This is going to make a huge difference and can potentially cost you thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? So don't be afraid to shop around. Don't be afraid to ask questions. What are all these fees? How does this all work? All these things that you need to be focused on, you need to ask as many questions as you can. But remember, never go with the first quote. Go out there and shop around. Don't be afraid, okay? Because you're gonna be locked in this for 15 to 30 years. That's a long time to have a really high interest rate or a rate you're not happy with, and then you may not be able to get out of it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time I go live or I drop new content, you're gonna hear about it first. If there's anything specific you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section. Drop some emojis in there so we can get this video going. Don't be afraid to ask a question. That's what we're here for, okay? And if you haven't already, hit that bell notification. That way you find out every time I go live, you're gonna hear about it first. You never know when I'm gonna pop up live. If you're looking to work on your credit, we did in fact create the most advanced DIY program in the industry. For $55.99 a month, our system will create custom Metro 2 attack letters, attacking any negative item on your credit report that is hurting you, and attack any personal information that is not accurate, okay? We're gonna create those custom letters. Our system's gonna email them to you. You print them out, send them out certified mail, and you're done. You don't have to read any modules or do any master classes or join any archaic Facebook groups. We cut all that nonsense out. Our system is just that simple. We simplified the process. Link is in the description for that. And if you need full service, we do offer full service credit management. We have a Metro 2 attack program, and we do offer a full service pre-litigation program that is designed to get you a free legal review by some attorneys. Imagine that. And also we do offer a full service identity theft program for people that have real identity theft issues. Links are always going to be in the description for those, okay? And anyone that joins the DIY program gets exclusive access into my custom app that is available for Android and Apple in those stores, okay? The custom app is designed to create a custom community. We're not censored, none of that nonsense. We can say and do as we please in there, so we can help even more, okay? So it's gonna have some of my biggest videos, and we're gonna keep adding more to that library. Link is going to be in the description. And always remember, last part's the most important. Coming in hot at number 3 is buying more home than you can actually afford. Wow, that's a serious one, okay? People don't understand. I see it all the time. Now, when we purchased our home at a very decent time with a very low interest rate, and we got very super lucky for this home that it just come off of foreclosure. Okay, it actually been on foreclosure for like 3 years, and we just happened to be the people that found it the night it went, and when it was actually listed. Okay, when people sell a house, they're like, "There's no way you paid that much for your house." I'm like, yes, it's pretty crazy. So it's not about like living this luxurious life. It's about living in something comfortable that you're comfortable with the pay, and you have to be comfortable with the payments. Okay, knowing that you're not going to be house poor, because if something goes wrong in your home, guess who has to fix it? You, okay? I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Homeowners insurance is the biggest scam of all scams, okay? They will try anything to get out of covering some type of damage in your home. So don't think that your home insurance is a crutch. It is not, okay? It is very expensive to maintain a home. So if something happens, you need to be able to make sure that you can fix that repair, you can afford to do the repair, and make your mortgage payment with no problem at all. Listen, there's a lot of fees that come along with when you're going to purchase a home, because not only are you going to have to make that first payment, but you're going to have to do closing costs, if you have to do closing costs, a down payment, okay, inspection fees, you're going to have to do due diligence fees, okay, I don't know how many other fees you may have to do, but those are pretty basic fees right there that are going to come along with when you purchase a home. So you want to make sure that you're not getting a home that you cannot afford, okay, and then you're going to be house poor. Okay, what does that mean to be house poor? You can't do anything but live in your house. That's all you can do. You can't go out to dinner. You can't go out to the movies. You can't enjoy life. You're just stuck at the house all the time. You're like, I hate this house. This house is so expensive. I can't do anything. You know, so don't be house poor. Get a home that you truly can afford and you're super comfortable with those payments. Buying a big house is not a good situation if you cannot truly afford it. So on top of all those fees that we just talked about, People always fail to realize they have to buy a washer and dryer if you don't already have one. You have to buy a stove. If you were in a rental property, you had all these things already, okay? You have to buy a dishwasher, okay? You might have to do that. You might have to buy a water filtration system because the home water is disgusting. It looks yellow when it comes out of the faucet. That actually happened to us, okay? We had to buy a water filtration system that was not cheap, okay? Because the city water in this area, absolutely horrendous, okay? So imagine that. So you got to buy a washer and a dryer, a refrigerator, a stove, a dishwasher, and then maybe a water filtration system. You're talking about thousands of dollars, okay? So make sure that you can actually afford this home and afford to make all those purchases, or maybe the home includes them. But not all homes include all those appliances. Just know that, okay? Ask that question when you're shopping for your home. So in case you haven't noticed, there is a button underneath my video that says donate. That is for Nicole's Wish. Put it up on the screen right here, okay? So now this is pretty awesome what we've been doing with this. I started a fundraiser to help donate to Nicole's Wish that is granting wishes for children with critical illnesses. Now this is pretty awesome, whether it be $1, $5, $2, or some of you big ballers, bust out your wallets. This is your time to flex your money on Make-A-Wish, okay? This is pretty awesome. So what Nicole's Wish does is they take all that money and they donate it into Make-A-Wish, and they help grant wishes. Now, I'll put it up right here so you can see it. We have already granted 5 wishes. We have 7 wishes that are pending and 12 wishes that have been adopted. That's pretty awesome. So anything you can do is going to be pretty awesome. I mean, what more could we ask for? We're going to help make some kids' wishes come true. Coming in hot at number 2, not checking your credit reports during the home buying process. Okay, now what exactly do I mean by this? Okay, you need to monitor your credit like a hawk. Keep your utilization very low. Keep your debts really low. Okay, make sure that you're monitoring it throughout the entire process, because what if something magically pops up on your credit report and then just hinders this entire process? Okay, I'm not saying you got a bunch of debts out there, but I'm just saying you never know. Okay, I had a hospital bill last year that came out of nowhere that I didn't owe. Okay, and I got into a fight with this hospital about it, and then they threatened debt collections on me. I was like, are you serious right now? Like, I don't owe the money. This is insane. Okay, this is a really good example. If you're in the home buying process and you're not monitoring your credit, you're not paying attention to it, what if you accidentally carried a balance? Okay, that can cost you points on your credit score. Those points are going to equal a higher interest rate. Get your score as high as you possibly can so you can get a lower interest rate, okay? Don't go into this like, oh, all I need is a 620. Yeah, anybody can get a house with a 620, but what's the interest rate going to be? Monitor your credit reports and get your score as high as you possibly can so you can get the lowest interest rate possible. This is a lifetime financial commitment that you're about to make. Don't make it a really bad one. And also, a very big key point in monitoring and keeping an eye on your credit reports is do not apply for credit cards, auto loans, or personal loans, any of that nonsense while you're in the home buying process. Wait until you have closed on your house and you're done with everything and you have the keys to your house, you signed on the dotted line, now you can do whatever you want to with your credit. But while you're in the home buying process and you need to watch your credit like a hawk, do not apply for any credit cards or auto loans, okay? The worst thing you can do is say, you know what? I'm gonna go buy a car right before I get my new home. You just increased your debt to income ratio, okay? You could have possibly just disqualified yourself out of this loan. So don't do anything crazy with your credit while you're in the home buying process. The number one mistake that you can make is you waive your inspection for your possible new home. Man, this is a real serious one. You need to find an inspector that is very well known in your local area. Do not use the seller's inspector, okay? Okay? Hopefully that you have a realtor that you really trust and that has a really good home inspector. Because if they miss something, this can cost you thousands of dollars. Go watch TikToks. Go watch shorts about people that bought homes and they waived their inspection because they got into a bidding war, okay, with other people. So they got afraid. They're like, we don't have time for an inspection. we'll just waive the inspection, we'll buy the house, we want it, we're done. And then after they moved in, it was a complete nightmare. And now you're locked in to a long-term commitment. It is very hard to get out of some of these mortgage contracts. Okay, it has to be something really serious to get you out of these mortgage contracts. This is a lifetime commitment. So remember, do not waive your inspection. Man, there's so many things that can go wrong if you waive an inspection. An inspection needs to be looking at windows, foundations, if you got a front porch, back porch, the wood, the structures. I mean, everything you can ever imagine, making sure there's no leaks or anything that's gonna cause any type of wood damage and water damage. And man, there's so many things I can't even list them right now. I can't even think of them in my brain, okay? So make sure you never waive your inspection and you get a really good inspector to inspect it, okay? I hope you learned something from this, and don't make these top 5 mistakes when you're trying to purchase your home. And make sure to watch this video that YouTube is going to recommend to you. And as always, subscribe to increase your credit score.